First ban here.
Yeah, the first picks coming in from both sides. Really interesting that they banned the Akshan. Because
Mm-hmm.
remember, Chewy from PLM has been using this Akshan. Really, the pressure from the
Yun.
Akshan from Chewy. This is basically a respect ban from their side,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really loving it.
That is what we're saying here. The research, the comfort picks will be the prior bans here between these two teams. Again, listen here. Let's see if the Camille will be open this time around because I'm really I'm wanting to see a Camille in action here in our University Cup Alliance this time around. But anyway, of course,
Yeah,
I
laging
miss the
beban.
champion, man. I'm lagi mo na ban dito. Pero tingnan natin. So far,
Yeah.
yeah, we're just going to expect, of course, the comfort picks will be banned, the prior ban here between us sa mga teams natin.
Yeah, if ever they want to ban something here, they need to ban the typical na pinipick ng both of their top laners. Fiora and Renekton is always a comfort pick from both of our sides, and I wish some of the sides of PNU and PLM would be catching wind of that. So also,
Mhm.
I would like to point out there's a very good jungler on the side of PNU. I mean, on the side of PNU, Blasphemy is a really good jungler.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, the pressure is
Mhm.
gonna be all on him. But on the other side, I think Chewy is someone to look out for.
And all right. So speaking of which, Chewy, both teams here have some superstars here. So of course,
Yeah.
Chewy is the role of an ADC. Is he? Is
Chewy
Chewy
is a mid. Yeah.
mid, rather? Okay, so far it is gonna be mid versus jungler. The blasphemy on the other side. So all right, this is gonna be very interesting here. So blasphemy for me, we have seen so far in our previous matches the jungler most pick is the Nunu. Of course, we can go for a Lee Sin as well. So still very much open here in this match. So I think I'm going to expect, of course, that is going to be the first pick or the Galio as well. Yun nga,
Yeah, it's open
nakikita
again.
natin, open pa rin yung Galio natin, of course,
Yeah.
Dash, no? So it's the prio pick most of in our match. Let us see. No, not the
There's the
Camille,
Camille.
man.
No,
Not the
no.
Camille. Oh my goodness.
You're not gonna be
Uh,
lucky, Deadeye. That's unfortunate.
yeah.
The Camille banned again. But I think again with this, the Galio would be open. But
Uh-huh.
okay, very
Okay.
good statement from PNU. Going for a Fiora blind pick is a
Mm-hmm.
very good. I think it's a very good blind pick just because you don't really give much, but you don't really have. I mean, if you're gonna be prior picking something, you could have picked the jungler because most of the time that is the most contested pick from both sides. But I think Rain is very confident on this Fiora pick because on the other
Okay.
side, if ever they pick the Fiora, Renekton could come out for Zrak here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. And yeah, you have a point there, Dash. You have mentioned that, of course, when you have the prior pick,
There you
you
go.
should prioritize as well. Oh, Nostra
There you
coming
go.
in from Dash. And of course, I think Blasphemy, you have said it that the team of Sulo is somehow revolving around the jungler role. They couldn't pick, of course, the first jungler champion dito sa side ng Sulo. But then again, of course, yeah, it's gonna be a confident Fiora pick, and then Nostrad, of course, by Dash. It is gonna be a Renekton here, but let us see the second pick here for the side of Haribans.
If ever Haribans would be picking something, they might be picking. Yeah, there you go. There's a Olaf na hindi nila na-ban on the other side. Because if ever, Nunu is open, right? But if the
Mm-hmm.
Olaf is up, they won't be picking the Nunu. So right now,
Yeah.
Blasphemy is forced to pick the Shenzhou. If ever. Kasi
Mm.
usually pinipick rin to ni Blasphemy and also the Riven, but the Riven has been banned. So most likely, if ever they're
All
going to
right.
be picking something against the Olaf, they need an early game monster Ren like a Shenzhou.
Mm. Yeah, if kung gusto nila suntukan talaga, they can go for that one or Jorvan for the
Mm.
counter as well. So let's
Yeah,
see.
if ever, yeah.
Anyway, the Lulu has been picked first, so I think this is going to be a great synergy here for their ADC. So for Kaisa is still open here in this game. Can go for we have seen, of course, a virus pick as well, most contested, most pick in the ADC role as well. Tingnan
Ah,
natin.
they
Oh,
went
there
for
you
the
go.
Kai'Sa.
It's gonna be Kaisa indeed because they need the synergy here in the DR lane.
Yeah, honestly, this teams are really not a fan of the Varus pick. They haven't been picking the Varus since forever, even though that it's open, and they both know that. That's why
Okay.
they're not banning right here. So on the side right now
Okay.
on the side of PLM, they have a lot of ways here. Because yun nga, as you said nga kanina, that Galio is also
Mhm,
open, but they went in for the Nami. They went in for the more conservative pick.
mhm. Wow, to be honest, Dasha, this game so many champions being open that so many prio champions rather being open right now. You have also the Jarva, the Galio, but I don't know if this two teams here are very confident in playing those champions. But those are competent champions right now that they can use in this game. But anyway, the Nami has been secured here for the side of Haribus. Now they do have the disengage, but then again, nice follow up as well for that Ragnarok or the aggressive play coming in from this Olaf as well. All right. So many openings still here. Dash. I don't know if they are going to go for Shaya for ADC here outside of Haribons here. Varus is not a comfort pick between these two teams. What do you think?
If ever they're gonna be pulling out something here from their Magic Hat as a team, I think Ezreal would be a good pick for the side of PLM here. They've been picking the Ezreal, they've been picking the Ziggs. So if ever, Earl Stu is very confident against a Kaisa. I mean, Ziggs is always a good pick kahit naman ano mangyari. Kaya if ever they're gonna be pulling that out, then again,
Oh,
I
yeah.
said a while ago, Xin Zhao
Yeah,
would need to get banned kasi Olaf is on a disadvantage against the Xin Zhao.
it's true. And the Jarvan as well. There you go. The Galio and the Shaya will be taken down here. Israel, indeed, again, another Nostril dash. It is going to be secured here inside of Haribons here. Meanwhile, of course, Lo, they now have, of course, the Shaya, but they don't have Dragon Lane. No, they have a Fiora here. But let's see the jungle role here. This is going to be very interesting. What is going to be their counter here for the very aggressive, of course, Olaf? A
Yeah.
Nuno is open. Is it very effective here against the
Nah.
side of Haribons?
Yeah, they need to pick something like an assassin or something different. Yeah, the Twisted Fate is open, so
Okay.
I really did not expect a Twisted Fate, honestly, because if ever they're gonna be
Uh-huh.
going for a Twisted Fate, they have a lot of damage, yes, but there's really a niche position for a for this pick, but okay, I see it now. So this is good. The Twisted Fate is good now because the cannon would go in the top side. Fiora would be the jungler. So that is gonna be good against an Olaf because even though that the Olaf has an advantage in the early game, if this drags down to the late game, the side of PNU would be on the good side because if ever everyone goes in, even though that there's a Ragnarok that is coming through on the side of Hadibons,
Mm-hmm.
PNU has the cannon to at least push back everyone para hindi sila mag-engage lahat.
Wow, that was a high level analysis there, Dash. I really cannot. To be honest, I'm with this team composition on the side of Sulu. I was just wow,
Mm,
but yeah, you're right. I think they can go use this cannon as a vital no, role in a specific gameplay against to counter rather this Olaf here.
yeah.
But still, for me, Haribon's dash is very pretty solid line up here.
Yep,
Very squishy, to
honestly.
be honest. Here, Sulu is very squishy line up here. Yeah, the damage is there. Damage is there, no questions asked. But for me, still, it is going to be an Olaf game here. Dash.
Yeah, it's basically yung ginawa dito ng PNU Sulo is that there's something leaking in the roof, di ba? Ganun. Tapos parang tinapalan na lang nila nung cannon picks just so na para makapag-adapt sila dun sa whatever PLM pulled up. So I think this is a band-aid solution, but I think this is gonna be okay.
Yeah, yeah.
This is gonna be good for their side. But again, PLM, very solid lineup as you said. They have a lot of damage to work with and also very good picking sila dito kasi if ever someone in no, I think PNU wouldn't be engaging for sure. PLM would be the one who will be pulling the trigger every time. So if ever
Mhm.
what they want to happen here is to go and pick one down, get away before the cannon comes in. Because if cannon comes in, you slicing Maelstrom talaga is hard to deal with.
That's true. And you have also a Twisted Fate with a Destiny, just in case to go for that response. So yeah, it is gonna be indeed Haribus for sure to be very aggressive in the early stage of the game.
Yeah.
Parang na magiging reactive dito yung side ng Silod, no? So their
Yeah.
specific gameplay is to be very active here. However, they have to rely for the late game here for the Kaisa. But then again, nice DR late synergy with this Lulu as well for the side here of Sulu. Then here we go, ladies and gents. Again, this is going to be the start again of our next match here in our University Alliance Cup. PNMU Sulu versus PLM Haribons. Let us see what is going to happen here.
Yeah, and again on the side right now, PNU going in for a very aggressive play. Here comes the 40s. Rack has used the flash in the barrier already.
Woo!
Not what they wanted to happen right there,
Uh
Die.
huh. Yeah, man, look at those. Summoner spell has been used. Instant transition here for the red buff steal. However, of course, I think this is what you want, Dash. You need to shut
Yeah.
down the jungler here on the side
Oh
of Haribos, but
no.
it's going to be a team fight.
There you go. Deadeye is gonna be a fight coming in for this side. Crypt is gonna fall down. That is the flash. They invested everything just for that win.
Wow, I was caught by surprise here, Dash, to be honest, coming in from the side of Sulu. Man, this is somehow, yeah, they are in the deficit when it comes to drafts, to be honest here. But when it comes to the gameplay here, they really know the virtual conditions here. They need to shut down, of course, Creep here on his Olaf, and this execution right now is just perfect for them. Somehow I'm now. I'm doubting at first, but if this continues for the side of Sulu, man, they are on track.
Yeah, they are on track. They are really slowing it down. PNU slow. They now know how to deal with the Olaf before he even hits level 5, and where meron na siyang
Yeah.
Ragnarok to stop the engages, or rather the stuns, from happening.
That's true. So far right now, again, we are expecting that the side here at Sulu will be the reactive team here. And it is going to be Haribuns to be very aggressive. Speaking of aggressiveness here, it is going to be, of course, Haribuns somehow trying to set up here in the bot. No, the pings here trying to get that Scuttler first. Vision is the key. Again, once that Ragnarok pops, this is going to be a party, Dash.
Yeah, look at that, Deadeye, because they're really going for a really aggressive push from both of our sides, and they really want to push for more, right? They look at it, look at how it happened. It's just PLM's jungler doesn't have any jungle camps anymore, and PNU has a lot. Look at that; he still has the bot lane camps right there, and that is what you want to happen for Olaf. If he doesn't fulfill the early game pressure, basically he's done and dusted.
Yeah, that's true. Olaf is one of the champions that really relies on momentum here in early stage of the game. Once, of course, Olaf will be shut down in the early stage of the game. Now they do have already have a great advantage here in your match. So far, of course, Sulu now doing it right now. And I think a level 4 steal air for Creep. Nice shot down for the side, of course, of Sulu. However, tingnan natin when it comes to the team fight later, especially during the objectives, with the objectives popping up in the Wild Rip, especially for the contest in the Dragon or the Herald.
Yeah, I really love the underdog storyline for both of our teams. PLM Maribon's going from promotionals, and PNU Solo being one of the underdogs that was able to get themselves in the playoffs last season. But right now, it's just showing who's the better underdog from both of us. Would it be PNU? Would it be PLM? I'm excited to see on who's gonna be pulling out that W for their team.
Yeah. All right. Nice storyline indeed, Dash. Oh. Sino kaya dito between Sulu and Harbons here? And there you go. Under 30 seconds, of course, objectives will be spawning out in the game. Yeah. A very slow pace here, as expected for the side of Sulu, Dash. They are just a reactive team here for now. And we haven't seen the aggressive play coming in from Creep here on his Olaf. What a great harassment coming in from the side of Sulu here. They are just on point in their victory condition.
Yeah, they're 1k gold down for the jungler. That is really bad because you know this next objective, the Cloud Drake, can be contested by Creep because he doesn't have enough items to do it anyway. So this is gonna be PNU solo on the driver's seat right now. They're gonna be very reactive. They don't want to put PLM on a position in where they could use the Olaf in their favor. Right now, Olaf is basically dead right now. Hindi talaga nila magagamit si Olaf, and PNU knows that. That's why they're taking this next objective.
That's true. I think they are now going to prioritize instead the Rift Herald, giving away, of course, this Dragon on the other side. But this is going to be a contest dash.
Oh, there you go. There's the damage coming through from their side. Zayamace is now here in front of everyone. Don't forget, everyone, last season, Zayamace is a very, very good ADC. And he's going to be showing it. The slicing Maelstrom would be taking down the support for sure. And here comes the party. Most of them on the side of PNU Solo are falling down one by one. But again, PLM is trying to kite them down. And it's going to be it. Okay, the SN shift forward. But that is going to be the punish coming in from the side of PNU Solo. But at least, PLM was able to secure some kills of their own.
Wow. Oh man, oh man. I think Haravan still has the bite there. Even though, of course, we have seen them in a deficit in the early stage of the game. But look at this one. Nice initiation here with the slicing measure on the backlines as well. Pero the sustain is not yet there. Look at the damage. Again,
Yeah.
Renekton tanking all the damage there, trying to provide the space and free skill and hits on the backlines coming in side of Haravan. That is indeed a great trade for them as well.
Yeah, good kills coming in from Haribons. They really need to at least pull up a bit on against the members of PNU. So look at PNU. They don't want to take the Cloud Drake because they know that right now they don't have the advantage. The early game is on the hands of PLM every time. So we'll just wait for us to get the first item. Right now they have the first item. They might be taking this next objective after na tong red buff on the side of Blasphemy.
Yeah, anytime now. Of course, the preparation is still the key. And when it comes to team composition as well for the side here of Sulu, it basically revolves around Z Mace here on his Kaisa as well. They just need to farm this way and hold their side lanes here, their lanes rather, in general, the side of Sulu in order for the Kaisa to pop up anytime now. But so far, again, the victory conditions again for Sulu is to shut down the early aggressiveness coming in from Haribas, and they did that one. So that is checked for them. However, Haribas right now gaining somehow now the optimizations they need, and I think this creep right now is just trying its best here to come back in this game, just taking, of course, this jungle creeps right now to provide optimization for himself.
Yeah, they're gaining their ground. They don't really need to contest the Cloud Drake because it's not really valuable for their team composition. And, you know, the movement speed that is going to be given by the Cloud Drake is not really that effective in the early game. If that was a third dragon, could be contested, but right now it's not really that valuable. That's why even PLM didn't even contest it.
Yeah, and so far, top lane dash.
Okay, I think this is the fight right here. He needs to use the slicing maelstrom. They have the Ragnar coming into their side, but I think Rack is losing a lot of HP. Here comes the Destiny to at least support his teammate. Here comes the gold card. That's the damage creep. Is gonna be the next target, but nobody is here to help PNU Solo. So PLM at least takes a 1-for-1.
And the bot though, that is gonna be a trade indeed with the Herald as well being secured there for the side of Sulu Dash. Man, I think Haribons already know that their team composition is very aggressive here. They're just making creating opportunities for them to go for the pick of place. But still, it is gonna be Sulu having the win there.
Yeah. I was scared. If ever Blasphemy went for that, he could have killed Creep at this point because he has the grand challenge. That is hard to deal with, especially for an Olaf that doesn't have the ultimate. So now, with this, the pressure is on. Yes, PLM is trying to get some kills, but I think PNU is slowly holding that gold lead in their favor.
And now, of course, there's going to be somehow Death Brush. No, the wards have been used there. And I think there's going to be a pickup play anytime soon, Dash.
Okay, the stun is gonna come in, and now super low in HP. Here comes Zayam. It's a very aggressive ADC. Killing spree with the Acadian Rain.
And the killer instinct on point there. They really thought that was just a face check, but then again, that was a pickup play, man. So Lu here just somehow very confident right now in their team composition. Now transition here to top lane. Top pressure is there. And look at that Icathian Rain alone coming in from Z-Mage. Just hurting so much. Now no defense for the side of Harabons dito sa top lane. What is just happening? Very chaotic here. And now slowly and gradually here Dash. Sulu is just gaining the ground in the Wild Rift.
Yeah, there's a thing last season that you don't let Zayamaze pick the Kaisa or the Corki. Because if ever you let Zayamaze pick the Kaisa and the Corki, he's just gonna wreak havoc on almost all of you guys. Because look at this, he already is on 2 items on a 3-0, sitting on a good 8k gold. That is just big for an ADC. And right now, here comes the pressure. Chu is gonna be the target, but right now, the members have been pulled back by that title with good call from Les G.
Yeah, and now they're going to disengage, reset rather. They want to contest the Cliff Herald here. They're going to positioning here coming inside of Haribons, but anytime soon, look at this one, flanking maneuver, Dash.
Yeah, here comes the flank, and here comes the slicing Maelstrom. The damage just came through, and that is it from the members. Zayamaze might be able to take more one Rolajang Killer Instinct, but there you go. Here's the cooldown, and that's Zayamaze would be able to get more. At least he was able to get a 2-0, and another double kill on the other side of the map.
And oh man, yeah, that is why you do not give Zayamaze the Kaisa. Very aggressive. Look at this one. They had anticipated, of course, the flanking maneuver with the ward, with the vision being, of course, put there, and the brushes instantly reacted on that one. Look at the Zayamaze just cleaning the battlefield.
Yeah, I forgot to point out. Yes, they have Leslie with the exhaust, pero the stun is what they're going for Kennen here. And that's the reason why Kennen, Rain, didn't even deal with anything. He didn't even put a lot of damage. He just went in,
Mhm.
used the Morellonomicon para later on Leslie wouldn't be healing so much with
Uh-huh.
what they have. So that's why right now PNU Solo is on a roll. 20 seconds of the clock. I think that is going to be their next clash.
Dash, I really doubted the lineup here for the side of Sulu, but look at them. Man, just executing flawlessly here. They really know the victory conditions right now. And I have just said it a while ago that this is an Olaf game, but look at how wrong I am. Man, we haven't seen, of course, the presence of Creep here. He's been shut down in the early stage of the game here. Too much domination right now here coming in from side of Sulu, and that's you have mentioned as well that Merolonomicon, of course, itemization coming in from side of Cannon to cut
Oh,
off,
he
of course,
went
the
now, but
healing, just
what?
insane.
Yeah, he went with the Rabadon second item, so he wants to. Oh no, what is this? I
Wow.
just saw that he wants to be the utility man, but by the time
Yeah.
he went for the kill, he went for the Rabadon, so he wants to do some damage too.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be big for the team here. He didn't even went for the Zonya's Hourglass. He just want to go in. So right now, bot lane might be the target, and there you go. Blasphemy is just stealing so much, and Destiny is gonna come through, and I think the tower in the bot lane is gonna come down for sure. They're being chased down. They bit off more than they can chew, and Flacco is gonna fall down.
Wow, a simple Ragnarok then, and look at this one, disengage, bye-bye. And your Ragnarok is somehow useless in that engagement. And look at somehow the damage coming in from Creep as well is not somehow being felt here at the side of Zulu. This is how is very much tanky right now. The players, the champions coming in on the side of PNU Zulu. Bit by bit, they are just somehow taken down as well the outer turrets here beside of Haribons, and mind you, Dash, wala pa sila nakakuha dito turret objective as well
Yeah.
against Sulu.
Yeah, also, what's hard about picking an Olaf on this kind of composition? Because there's no fight. There's no fight that's gonna happen because every time that you try to
Yeah.
walk through them, lahat sila may damage, lahat sila kaya kang i-burst down, which is why it's super hard for Creep to get in. There's not much melees, and yung melee pa nila is Blasphemy with a Fiora. Fiora could just dance around. You won't be able to catch anyone off guard on the side of PNU.
Difficult situation here up the side of Haribons indeed. Again, we have seen, of course, this Olaf pick. Somehow the team composition really revolves on this Olaf. But now we are seeing that he is being shut down here. They have now to rely, of course, the late game coming in from this Israel here, and as
Yeah.
well as the Ari. But however, this too is somehow relies on the pick of place. And you have said it, of course, it's difficult for them to initiate team fights here because anytime soon, Milan will join in or Rain here in the bot lanes as well. Too much to say with the wild growth coming in from the Lulu as well. So anyway, they need somehow to utilize their team composition here for the side of Haribons through those pick of plays. But the question
Mhm.
is, how?
Look at this pressure from PNU na Deday. Kasi I like what you asked. Ang hirap kumuha ng pickups for the side of PLM. And look at you look at what they're looking at right now. Kasi they don't have any turrets on the side of PLM. That's why they're pressured to rotate on the top side. They can't even put someone down there in the bot lane. Kasi if ever someone gets seen, they're gonna be pushing on that Baron for sure. They can take that very easily because Zeamis is super fed. That would be an easy Baron.
Can you do here, man? The pressure being given here by Rain on the side lanes. And now the being it is now Haribon's actually being reactive this time around. Sulu just dictating this game. And now yeah, it is going to be a free Baron if they want to here on the side of Sulu. They have now the momentum. But so far, slowly but surely, Sulu here not taking any risk in
Yeah.
somehow in this in their game. They're just waiting for the perfect opportunity to pounce.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, Haribon's here playing it safe. So this is somehow a stalemate in this moment in time.
Yeah, honestly, very characteristic of PNU Sulo. Their team was very patient. They have been one of the most patient that I've seen so far on the UAC because they're not really pushing for more. Yes, if ever, they don't want to make it a 50-50. They want to make it an 80-20 at least before they go for the pounce. Talaga. 20 seconds on the clock. They're waiting for the Ocean Drake. They're not even pulling the trigger. Even though that Zeamis is super fed, they can take the Baron super fast. But they want to
Correct.
go for this next one, right?
Let's do that.
Oh, no.
But so far, the charm. I think
Okay,
there's going to be somehow a contest here in the dragon we're seeing right now, Dash.
Yeah, good read from Chewy. Kasi if ever dumaan lang siya dun, that could have been it. That could have been PNU
Oh.
taking all those objectives. And now they're not even going to be contesting this Ocean Drake kasi they can. But what are they trading for it? They're not negotiating anything for that Ocean Drake. That's
Yes,
just free for PNU solo.
that's true. They should have, for me, they should have pressured on the top lane. This is going to be their chance to have
Yeah.
somehow to take the talent on the top lane there. They have the information that the players here for the side of Sulu is in
Oh.
that objective. But this is going to keep
Zaya
fighting
made
mid.
so much damage, and the Unstoppable has hit even in Killer Instincts, and he knows that he has a lot of items on his hands. So PLM, oh no, they need to back away. One fell down. It's Chewy, and now they can take the Baron.
Yeah. Yeah, this is right. PNU Sulu, they want that 80%. Of course, somehow
Yeah.
great chance. So this is it. They are now an advantage here for the numbers. But then
Really?
again, Rico's back. Oh my
Really?
goodness! Wow. They want that 100%,
Yeah,
man.
they're
They
not
want
taking
that
any chances.
100%. They're not taking chances, but personally, they can take that
Yeah.
Baron right now.
Yeah, they don't want it to take any chances. They don't want a potential comeback from the side of PLM. And
Uh-huh.
usually what happens here is that yung gold lead is just gonna be putting it up. They just back away, so at least Zaya Mace would have that Infinity Edge and another BF sword. So that later on in the next fight, if ever there's a next fight that's just gonna come in, they already have position here onto the top side. And I think Zaya Mace is super aggressive with this. The Void Seeker has hit, and here comes the AcadArena. So much damage. Also is gonna fall down. Les G hasn't been able to do anything. That PNU was able to get that pretty easily.
Wow, that skill shot coming in side of Zia Mix on point. Void Seeker hits and instantly eliminating Earl there in the process. No contest once again. But is it going to be a no contest here, Dash?
Yeah, Creep has a flash, so if ever they want to contest this, that's why they're letting it on 4K, because they don't want to take a risk. And that's very characteristics of PNU Solo. They really don't want to give the Baron buff. They're just gonna go for a fight. The slicing match onto Chewy, and he's gonna fall down without any trace in the map. And this is gonna be it. Last minute start to 1v1 with them. That's the grand challenge. Gonna be able to get the kill. And this is it. Ito na. If hindi pa ito yun, hindi ko alam kung kailan po sila magbabaran.
Daming opportunities actually. Pero ito na pinaka-sure. 200%. Now they are just taking, of course, this Baron buff already inside here, Sulu. Now they can have a great advantage as well to push through for the next siege here. Haribons right now already felt the damage, man, coming in from Zia Mace alone.
Yeah.
A Cathian Rain reaps hard the health bars of the players here on the side of
my.
Haribons.
Yeah, and he even has the GA added layer protection. Kasama na nga si Flaco with a layer protection, but with with this GA, he's gonna be unkillable right now for the side of PNU. But right now, nakita nila si Earl, so gonna be a very, very squishy target. Is very juicy. He's looking at it like it's candy. PNU wants to get the kill here. They have the Baron buff, and they might be taking. Oh no, Earl, look at that. Void Seeker pa lang yun, Deadeye, and that dealt so much damage to them. And there's gonna be the fight in the top lane. Millen looking for the right targets. They're backing away. They're respecting the gold card here.
Man, even the title when did hit, but this is gonna be an ongoing siege still in the middle lane there.
Yeah, that's gonna be the kill. Blasphemy has took a lot of damage. The slicing bells
Oh!
and that's gonna be it. PLM is taken down one by one, and here's gonna be the party from Blasphemy. He's gonna be taking them down. Last two members is gonna fall down, and look at this. Blasphemy is just pushing them back away. Triple kill already, and that's a double for the Zaya Mace. And PNU Sula taking the win there with a very, very good statement against PLM.
Wow, beautiful wild rip once again. We are seeing here between these two teams. Man, Sulu, again,
Wow.
very, very cautious and patient team indeed. But it really did pay off, Dash, in this game.
Yeah, as we said, they're a very patient team. They're gonna be using that in their favor every time. And yun nga sabi ko, 80-20, mali pala ako. 100-0 yung chances before they take the Baron. So they were able to take it, and again, that helped them garner or rather secure the win talaga. Na para sure na sure talaga sila. Very methodic ang PNU.
Yeah, that's the key word. Very methodic indeed. So far, look at this one. The pick of place, man. And by this time around, Zaya Maze on the Kaisa is just a monster already. The damage coming in from this ADC, just wrecking havoc here against the side of Horibons. We have seen, of course, in the early game palang, that victory conditions has been already met for the side of Sulu. Look at the Void
Yeah,
Seeker hitting, of course, there. The
build
ADC,
damage.
this
Yeah.
is just yeah, the damage is just a statement already that this is just a one-sided game.
Yeah, and again, everyone, before we go for a break, AcadArena recently launched its newest cycle of scholarships that are open to all student gamers. If you have siblings, cousins, or friends who are in senior high school and college, they should apply for a scholarship grant. Simply visit acadarena.com/scholarships and get that chance to be hashtag an AcadArena scholar. And again, everyone, that was it. We're going to be having two more games before we end this stream. And again, we have been your shoutcasters for today. I'm Dash, and I was here with Deadeye. See you guys for more Wild Rift action in just a bit.
Atin ang mundo. Globe.